my name is Anna Shallray. In 2014, my daughter Adriana passed away a couple hours after her birth, which was the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life. And it still is hard, but since then I have dedicated my work as a certified holistic health coach and registered yoga teacher to supporting lost families, preconception, through pregnancy, after loss, and postpartum. And I knew that I wanted to do something of meaning to give back and to continue her name and her legacy in a way that would cause a lasting impact, both for lost families directly, but also in the culture, the way that lost families are cared for. And so my friend, who you'll see in this video on our team, Danny, reached out to me and told me all about this organization called Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. I've been dispatching with Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, and then I also am now the area coordinator. So I'm helping to, grow our team and make it the best that it can be. So that's why I'm here today. I just wanted to create this little video so that you can hear voices from our Nashville local area team and hear what it's been like for them.
So in December of 2017, I found out when I went in for my 16-week appointment that my daughter's heart had stopped beating. And a few days before then, we had seen her on an ultrasound and everything was good. And we confirmed gender and all that. And she had already had a name. And basically, long story short, I was forced into a surgery that I didn't want, and I wasn't allowed to deliver her. I begged for the hospital to contact Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, or give me handprints or fingerprints or anything, and they refused all of the above. I ended up leaving with nothing, and nothing of like her existence basically. And so from there I had vowed to do something about this because I didn't think it was fair, and I didn't want another mom to ever, or parents to ever, feel how I felt walking away as if she never existed. So from there I started photography, my whole entire business, all based off of losing her. And my goal was to become a photographer for Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, and to learn like the best that I could from there so I could volunteer. And then a year to the day that she died, I got my acceptance email that I had been accepted into Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep as a photographer.
I thought it would be a wonderful way to share my talent and time. I felt like I needed to do some volunteer work through my photography, and it was just my way of sharing my skills.
I chose to do this work because I feel that it's so valuable and so important for families to have these lasting images of a moment that they'll never get back. That's one of the things that I treasure most. Looking back at my loss experience, I'm so incredibly grateful that I have images of my daughter. They are actually right above me right now in a shadow box. I have her mementos, and it's just a great way to remember her and to help my rainbow son know who she is. And that's something that I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have it at all. I would have walked out of the hospital with absolutely nothing had it not been for photographers and volunteers like you.
Because I didn't get anything of her existence, you're down to even like a death certificate or anything, a footprint, a handprint, nothing. I didn't want another family or anybody to ever feel that kind of void of like not having anything to remember my daughter. So I wanted to give that to other families in some form. I mean, I've been doing this it's been about 4 years now. Oh, that's crazy. And yeah, I don't feel like it ever gets old or less rewarding. And And you definitely have to be in a good mental place to take a call, but it's always okay to say no. Like, you can volunteer and know that you're not in a right place at the right time, and nobody is going to hassle you for saying no. So that's great. Is even if you only do a couple within a year, you're still helping out and being such a huge part of giving a gift to these families, because there are times where we have to say no because there's not enough of us. And if there's just one more person in there that could just take one session on, that still is so huge for us.
So I was in a pet photography group, actually, and they did photography for elderly pets that weren't in the greatest health. It's called the Tilly Project. Through that group, I found out about Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. So I started researching it and started a interview process, the application process with them. The group just felt meaningful to me. Helping the families, that's something that, using my talents for the good and to help families through a difficult time, that felt really important to me.
About 9 years ago, I heard about it, and I was like, what a great opportunity to be able to give back. But I felt I'm not ready. I can't do it. It's too emotional. I don't know how anyone can do this. And every session, there's a blessing in it, because you know what an important job you're doing and what you're giving these families. They don't even know what you're giving these families until you've done it. When you put that camera up, you go in your own little world. You're doing a job. This is my job, to give them something that they wouldn't have otherwise. You're giving them a tangible item that shows them and their friends and family that their child lived, whether that child was stillborn or died shortly after birth. You're giving them a tangible item that they'll never be able to repay you for. You don't know who you're touching. You don't know what the blessings you're going to get, and you're not going to realize how much you're being blessed by helping someone else and being a blessing to someone else on the worst day of their life. We need more. We need more team members, because, I've driven an hour and a half to go to a hospital to serve a family. And I'll do it again. And I've driven further. But if we have specific people in different areas, it doesn't mean that person's always going to be able to take a call. But it's going to mean that there's going to be more that can say, yeah, I can do it. Because that baby, the pictures we take of that baby, they matter.